Let's be honest here. Life is about relationships. Everything we do as people revolves around each other. But whether you are a husband, single dad, or a couple facing new challenges, life is not easy. Did you know that having a successful and uncomplicated relationship is not a matter of luck? It requires the ability to be open, honest, and vulnerable. But where do you learn how to do that? It's time you tune into You've Got Mail, Messages from Him, a unique radio show geared toward the Black male perspective of family, relationships, and community. I'm your host, Tashawn, a certified relationship coach who brings a relaxed and unbiased perspective to issues such as communication, trust, breakups, divorce, and more. I know how to listen and understand. So tune in every Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to You've Got Mail, Messages from Him, and prepare to be educated, entertained, and enlightened.
WSTN DBHD1, Atlanta, Charlotte, a situations media station. Time for some conversations about Black men, for Black men, with Black men. You've Got Mail, Messages from Him, with Tashawn and Friends, on the sound of Morris Brown College, 102.6, The Situation.
Saturday mornings I'm tuned in, listening to Tishawn, she be going in, y'all. Black queen for us black kings. We can learn a thing or two when we're locked in. One of the few places we can be heard. Man, I rocks with her, that's my word. The show is enlightening, engagement always enticing. I always come with an open mind, I'm never frightened. Y'all guaranteed to walk away with minerals. Now that I'm thinking everything else is minuscule. Better fools who don't protect black women. No arguing, disrespect, and that's it, y'all. Please come in peace when you call in, cause the friends ain't no slouch, fair warning. You got mail, messages from him. Y'all better listen if you wanna win. You wanna win the life, y'all. You wanna win the life. Tune in to Tashawn and Friends. You got mail, messages from him. Yeah. You've got mail, messages from him. 10 a.m. to noon, Saturdays. Tune in.
Mike's up.
Yeah. You've got mail, messages from him.
Yo!
Okay, there we go.
Yo!
Okay, there we go.
That, you know what?
Yeah.
Somebody said nice intro. You know what?
Yeah.
I was a little hesitant. I ain't gonna lie. I was a little hesitant at first when you presented this to me.
I know,
because I was like, I was trying to keep it smooth.
Yeah.
And I thought,
Man.
yo,
I bought it.
Yeah.
Man.
Yo, you got mail, messages from him. What's going on, you
What's
guys?
going on, good people?
That intro is hot.
Yeah.
Man.
That intro is hot.
Yeah.
And
Man.
it's this phenomenal DJ that created it for me.
Yeah, I know.
He do his thing when he can do it.
Yeah, he all right with it, but DJ Johnny Prince.
Yes. Round of applause.
Thank you.
Yo, he produced this. This ain't just like he's a producer.
Yeah.
So he produced this for me.
Yeah.
He presented it to me, and I was hesitant. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it's the show and me and the person, but it fits.
Yeah, it fits.
It fits me. It fits the show. I love it.
Saturday
You get
morning.
Saturday morning.
Tuned in,
y'all. My crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're better.
Sharia, good morning, Mac. What's going on?
Good morning. Good morning, son, yo.
Thank you. What's going on? You got mail messages from him.
Yeah.
Yo, it is Saturday, the 13th.
I know, right?
The day before Valentine's Day.
Who cares? I'm sorry. I don't want to be a part of it.
That you already know they got to cut up on us, right? You know
Yes,
that the
pretty
men got to cut up on us. Because it's all about y'all. Well, thank you. And I brought in some firepower today.
Yeah, I can't wait.
This is going to be great.
Erica, my pure romance consultant.
Pull that mic towards you, Ms. Erica. Come on now.
Yeah, don't be afraid to have the mic in your face. Woo! We're going to start early.
Thank you.
We're gonna start early.
She's sharing it up in Boston. Y'all, I'm gonna be like the others. Y'all share this out, y'all.
Yeah, share.
Y'all share. You got mail messages from him out, y'all. Paula said, "I love the intro."
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm telling y'all, this dude is dope, and you got more.
Yeah, if you had a podcast and need an intro, hit me up.
Yeah.
Man, listen,
we from New York, y'all.
Y'all got to give me 10% before you even talk to me.
Yeah, 10% for his manager.
Because that's in New York.
Wait,
you got your Tims. You got your Tims.
I gotta get some.
Erica, you from New York too, baby.
New York. You saw me. I cracked my head like you have Tims.
Hey, out there, IG land. How you doing? Welcome. You got mail.
Yeah.
Messages from him.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Capricorn season.
Oh my goodness.
Don't y'all start that? What season is it?
It's over.
Capricorn season. We've already established we're gonna do it the whole year.
Right.
I'm sorry. When it's Leo season, it's gonna be Capricorn season, my brother. I'm sorry. It's all love.
I don't even know.
I'm supporting you in your DJ movement. You got to support me in my Capricorn movement.
To be honest, I don't even know what season. I just know Sagittarius and Scorpio season.
Yeah, I just know Capricorn season. I don't even know when is Sagittarius. I didn't even know they existed.
Wow. Oh man.
But you know it's all about the lovers, cancers, right?
Hey, look, that stuff kills. That stuff kills.
Y'all ain't gonna just walk over and act like y'all ain't hear what he said. He ain't no Sagittarius, but that's okay. I got something for you in November.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna show you
I know.
Sagittarius.
Hey, look, check this out. I'm gonna wear FUBU this year. 05, $50.
You know what? Come on. I got a whole cup of coffee.
For us by
it
us.
better not be white.
For us by us.
That's okay, because
they gonna be like, why you got the FUBU on? My son fifth it.
You know what?
I'm dyslexic.
I can't stand it.
She told me in my contract, act the fool.
Act the fool. That's what he's supposed to do.
AOF. And then my son in the other room, and he got to hear his dad act like this. He's not used to this.
You better put a disclaimer out there.
Yeah, he's not used to this. I might need to put some plugs on his ears. He got the headphones on.
See, I was about to say, don't they have headphones?
I know that baby got his own tablet.
Right.
Yeah. He got his own TV and game in there with it. He made me bring it.
Bring out the TV.
He made me bring it. Dad, take my TV. I'm gonna be playing the game.
Wow.
It's the old day.
Those kids, they try to
Hey, look. I said we're gonna have a long day. He's like, word.
That's right. Talking about slow down 50. That's right, y'all. This is my 50th
let me play this out.
Yeah, let me play this out.
Yo, you got mail messages from him. Yo, we are in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say a quick, not a quick, but rest in peace to Apostle Fred K. Price.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Well-known South Christian, Crenshaw Christian Center. Very aspiring pastor, minister, all of that. Yeah. Like he taught. We watched him. We attended his church in South Central LA a couple of times and whatnot. A very, very blessed man. So rest in peace and prayers out to the family.
Yes, indeed.
And so forth. Seems like we lost Cicely Tyson last week.
Last week. Yeah.
And it's like
4 or 5.
Yeah. So it's like
Brother Hank Aaron.
Yeah. Hank Aaron. Mm-hmm. Like. So February, I'm
2021 just been taking them.
But you know what? They have lived their lives, and that's a blessing. That is a blessing. Like they lived their lives, they were inspiring to the world, and they left that impact on us and so forth. So I just send out the love and prayers to the families, especially during this time and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Grieving is hard and so forth. Hey, Auntie. She said, "Good morning."
Hey, Auntie.
Hey, Auntie.
Hey, Auntie.
Hey, Auntie. She and
morning.
I want to give her a shout out. She is a breast cancer survivor.
Oh,
no, that is my that's one of my fights: breast cancer and colon cancer. And she was a trooper. She finished her last radiation and chemo this year. And like my Aunt Brenda is my mom's sister. So, when I say I am so overjoyed, that's part of my happiness journey.
Auntie, praise God.
You know, exactly. It was nothing but God. So y'all, but my love to all of the women who are fighting right now. Because I do have a few friends that are fighting this fight. So y'all, again, send the love. Just send positivity. I'm a firm believer that positivity is a healer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
positivity is a healer.
Yes,
you know?
indeed.
So send out the love and whatnot. So yes, good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Man.
You got mail. We got a busy day.
We locked in.
It's a marathon, but we built for this anyway.
Marathon. Yeah,
it's a busy day.
You gotta pace yourself. It's all about your breathing.
YGM after 9 tonight. Clubhouse. That's going on. Then we got that. Then we got the
Mood and Moving.
Yeah.
Then we got 2 podcasts we got to record. Spiritual Fortitude, Industry Unleashed.
Right. And then you got the after party.
Oh, the after party.
Yeah, then we're going to be doing the walk.
Crew come through. 2.6 situation.
Yeah.
You got mail.
Yeah,
doing it. Yes.
But y'all better not forget Valentine's Day, y'all out there.
Listen,
we're going to talk about it today.
Yeah.
It's going to be about y'all.
Yeah, when is Valentine's Day? It's
going to be about y'all.
We don't get balloons and flowers. That's the only thing in stores. Balloons, flowers, and bears.
Well, see, that's
I don't see nobody with colognes and oils and none of that. Pure romance, of course. But yeah.
That's the purpose of today's episode.
I bet it is.
What it is that y'all want.
I bet it is.
Who sound like somebody a little mad?
I bet it is.
Somebody's a little mad.
Ladies, I need y'all to tune in. I need y'all to tune in.
Yeah.
We're going to break it down for us.
Yeah,
let us know what it is that they want for Valentine's Day.
I got some conversing for y'all today.
We want to know what y'all, so today is going to be about y'all. We want to know what y'all want. And not just for Valentine's Day, but, moving forward. Because, last week we had the listening party. Shout out to everybody who participated in the listening party.
Indeed.
I had a ball.
Whoa.
Get ready.
What an episode.
You like it?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yes. That was hot.
Yeah.
That was
so
hot.
we're going to get ready to do it in April. And Erica will be back with that one. I mean, we're going to blow this thing up because we are listening.
Yeah.
We are listening. So today we're going to continue. But this time I get to talk, though.
Oh, yeah, you do?
Yeah.
That's the whole problem.
Ladies, she's having this joke. All those watching on my live, y'all make sure y'all throw some questions in. I'll make sure they get it.
Yeah, throw some questions in. I like talk.
Right.
That's not ready, though.
Right.
I got this sugar in me and the coffee in me.
Exactly. What do the fellas want? Yeah, we gonna learn what they want.
Okay,
but before we get into that,
before you do that, I need to interject. I don't mean to interrupt your wisdom. While y'all asking what we want, when I said, "Am I gonna get it?"
Yeah, am I gonna get it? Am I gonna get it?
I want me some Creed cologne.
Okay.
Woo. Everybody said okay. Then they gonna go Google. They were like, that man crazy.
Girl, just spilled on your baby.
Shoot.
You can't be spilling that on your sweater in the middle of the show.
In the middle of the show. I'm not Adidas.
On the 3 Strike.
I purposely wore my Adidas. This is Adidas suit been sitting in the closet.
And you already don't dismembered it.
I did. Because my chef bought me this suit last year, right?
And then the hubby bought it.
And then,
even further
I gained some weight. And then I was like, well, at least I can fit the jacket. The pants are still. And I got on my matching Adidas shoes, too, y'all.
Oh, praise the Lord.
But I'm sorry. I thought those a little too big, but I'm wearing these jokers. Y'all, I done paid money for these.
That's like a little pet peeve, Adidas with the Pumas or Adidas with the
I know.
Yeah, so I'm glad you matched.
I love Adidas.
Oh, y'all like Adidas with the Pumas?
No, they can't do that.
No, I think you're supposed to wear the whole brand all the way through.
That's cross-dressing. That's cross-dressing. You can't do that. You got to keep it all the same.
That's cross-dressing.
Yeah.
I can't wear Air Force Ones with the Adidas.
No, bro, you dead wrong.
You gotta wear Air Force Ones.
But I can wear Timbs with the Adidas jacket, though, right?
You can wear Timbs
Yeah,
with
you
it
can wear
all.
Timbs.
But I can't wear the Nike with it.
You can wear the Timbs with it all.
Nah, you can't do that.
Oh, that's the New Yorker thing.
Yeah, you can't do that.
That's the New Yorker.
The Timbs go with it all.
Another napkin. I'm sorry.
Yes, you can. Whatever you like.
You know what? I just don't want to get on y'all microphones.
That's like
102 microphones, y'all. These are real mics. Y'all do know that, right?
I know.
Real radio station, y'all.
Yeah, it's a radio station.
Y'all ain't gotta keep telling them folk that.
Right, you know.
They know that. They can
I told you after last month.
Y'all almost made me choke just then. I almost got upset. They know that. They've been listening long enough.
Chef,
what up, man?
What's going on?
I just want some
Hey, Carol, what's going on? What you say? What you just say?
You out.
I just said I just want some nothing.
I want some
No need
sexual
to
healing.
finish that.
I
It's
just
already.
want.
Well, before we get into that, let's talk.
What is that? Y'all
Good,
gonna
The behind the scenes, y'all.
Hey, look, so
Behind
Behind
the
the scenes.
what do you have to get into before getting into what we is
Well,
doing
I
on
want to talk
Valentine's Day?
about. Well, I really wanted to,
Capricorn season.
It's a Cap.
Yep. See?
I almost fell for it. I know it ain't Capricorn.
It has
season.
such a ring to it that
It
you almost
did.
said it.
I almost said it. Got me
The
caught up.
virus are going on.
You know what Polly said.
Did y'all see Dave Chappelle's redemption song?
No.
Oh my God.
Is it a new one? Like a new
Oh
one?
yes, he got all of his rights back and they paid him.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's good. I love me
Yeah.
some Dave Chappelle.
Comedy Central paid him and gave him all his rights back.
Oh wow.
All of it. Chappelle's show is back on Netflix.
I love my Chappelle.
Chappelle's a smart guy.
Chappelle is my hero.
He's smart.
My hero.
He's smart. Hey, Jaya.
And he did a show and voiced it.
Yeah.
Because we would have never knew about it.
Yeah, because
It's called a redemption song. Go to Dave Chappelle
Oh, I
page.
saw that. Yeah, we
Yeah.
spoke about.
He spoke
Right,
about
he's
it.
fun. Oh, you talking about that one? Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't see
that's
that
about
one.
how long.
It's about 10 minutes long.
Coming in,
Yeah,
Yeah.
10 minutes long.
coming in.
I like that one. So yeah.
That's right, son. Your Capricorn season all year long.
Paula,
baby. I see
rocking
you.
them 3 stripes. Yep, I'm
Yeah.
rocking them, girl. I'm rocking.
3 stripes till you're out.
But y'all know it's my 50th year, so y'all better send me some Adidas wear. I'm asking
Yeah.
for birthday gifts and
Okay.
shit.
Okay.
We put the
Y'all
stripes
got
on
a
it.
whole. My birthday's
We're
in
gonna put 50
November.
stripes on it.
It's in November, so y'all got how many months before
I got
my
you.
birthday?
I got you. But see,
Give me
that's
some
difficult.
Adidas.
You need to properly prepare us. Like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna
Oh, I already
go
have.
on a weight loss journey? Or because I don't want to get something, then you get it and you can't wear it.
Get it.
What size your foot is? That ain't gonna change.
That ain't gonna change.
That ain't
It's
gonna
a
change.
7, no 8, 9. It's a
We
9.
gonna get shoes and socks.
Shoes and socks. There you go.
Adidas socks.
Adidas socks. There you go.
Couple of headbands or something.
Yeah, Adidas headbands.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Give
y'all
us-
know I love
together, she gonna break
Give,
dance
give
on
us some
50th.
Adidas. Give us some Adidas glasses. We got it. We don't,
Yeah, we
hey,
good,
look,
we
I'm
good.
giving y'all our ideas.
Yeah.
That's right. Y'all better
Close
bring
your
it.
ears. You heard nothing that Ghost just said.
Y'all better bring it. I want my Adidas wear.
G, I see your question. We're gonna bring it to him. We're gonna bring
okay.
We gonna bring it. But before we get started,
Okay, I'm gonna be quiet.
I ain't gonna call her Gorilla Girl. I'm gonna call her Jessica. She's free of the Gorilla Glue.
And she made a Dr. Rich.
And she has her own brand now. She's branding Bonding Girl or something like that. So she created. At first I was on that laughing at her or whatnot. Cause I honestly, now let me tell you, I don't know about you, Erica, but I know it's females. We've had some beauty hacks mistakes. We've made some, like I used to wear saran wrap around my waist or whatnot.
There's still people who do that.
No, but like wearing the saran wrap and the duct tape on top of it. And then you trying to lose and sweat that way.
Oh yeah, they just got waist trainers now.
Yeah, they got the waist trainers now.
Yeah,
but
see, you had the whole $1 million
I had
idea.
the whole but you create the you.
So how did it smell when you took that off?
I was sweating, but you know what made me stop? When I had an interview, right?
Did you cut it off or did you flavor it back on?
Let me tell you.
And then she yellow. I bet
I
it
know.
was red.
Anybody remember? We had a right here in the gym. Had an interview session with different principals. Right? I had on a suit.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, you sweated.
I was sweating. All you can hear is the crunch. And when I walk, right? And then so I had, you had to wait for your interview. You getting called.
Man.
And then I got up and walked. I'm like you can hear the saran wrap, right?
Oh, so sorry, baby.
And I'm about to pass out. I
Like
was
you had
so
on a
hot.
swoosh suit.
You made your own Adidas.
Oh my goodness. Swoosh.
3 stripes.
I'm trying to tell you.
I am By the time my third principal interviewed me, you can see me like I was sweating. It's like I was trying to sweat, but I was already so nervous. And then on top of that, I didn't eat anything, so I was about to pass out.
Oh my God.
I had to go into the bathroom. I couldn't even tear it off because remember I had the duct tape around it as well. So the saran wrap was from from the underneath my breast all the way down to like my stomach. Then I had it on my thighs. I had wrapped my thighs with it.
Wrap the thighs too.
I had wrapped my thighs. I basically had wrapped my whole body
doing this whole sandwich.
Now, see, suspect just like the young lady in the hair catastrophe.
Right. Like, so that's why I was like, I can't be mad because it was like, we've done some crazy beauty hacks, but I've never had the glue though.
So you would never, so you won't think that the glue would be difficult or almost impossible to come off?
You don't think about it at that time. Apparently she really just didn't think, she really thought that it could be like the guy that
when I looked at the picture, I thought she had glue on the eyes.
But some people do use the hair weave glue on their eyelashes, and that's not a good idea. You're not supposed to use the hair weave glue on your eyelashes, and people do that to keep the eyelashes on. Yeah, so that's why I'm like,
I have to say, my initial reaction was like, what the what?
Right, it was right.
When you put it all together, you're thinking Gorilla Glue. Anything that I ever known about Gorilla Glue is that it's gonna put things together that's gonna hold my two self forever. And when you think about what it is used for, me and my right mind don't think I'm gonna use this to hold my edges down.
Right.
However, we as women, we do go through changes, making sure that the hair is in proper order.
Right.
We always grew up with the hair is your crown and your glory.
Yep.
So when you are presenting yourself before the people, you want to make sure that your hair is looking good.
Exactly.
So I understand her trying to, make sure that she's presenting her best self.
Yeah.
But I was a little bit dismayed by a 40-year-old woman who is said to be a teacher.
She owns a daycare. Yes.
Not reading, and she herself said that she has used it before for its purposes.
Right. That's what made me like. So the uses of Gorilla Glue.
Now I have y'all know. I'm so glad that we have come across this.
Yeah,
it's Black History Month, and here we are yet setting some more Black History records with the doctor who was able to heal her and allow her to keep her hair. That's another beautiful factor. Now my daughter, who always is laid and slayed, she told me this morning, she said, now, mommy, she said, maybe she thought she had this Gorilla Glue. Because there is another Gorilla
gel
glue that's actually for your hair.
Yeah.
I said, baby, but in her own words, she said that she has used this before.
Right.
And she used it to fix things.
Yeah.
So no, she ain't think she have that.
Right. Because she said,
we try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm just glad that her hair was saved because unfortunately when she showed up to the doctors, I knew they was not going to be able to help her.
Right.
And I knew they was not going to be able to, audience, don't be upset with me because I have a diverse audience, but there's just certain things about the African American people that all people do not understand.
Exactly.
Right.
So showing up, that poor nurse was like,
yeah, she felt like, oh my God, and this black girl got glue in her hair. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what the conversation was.
I'm just thankful that she came across a physician who just so happens to be a chemist.
Right, exactly.
And he's so modest because he was like, well, I just read what the compounds were to make it work and then use the reverse
right
to get it through. I was like, you know what, go ahead, Mr.
Actually, Gorilla Glue is partnering with him to make a product for that.
And that's good. Because I'm pretty sure somebody else is going to do that. Like, I'm pretty sure somebody else.
I saw a couple videos of a woman.
And then I saw a man who did. He was like, he didn't believe that it worked. I'm like,
so much positivity came out of this catastrophe. That
y'all destroyed y'all whole February for Gorilla Glue.
We put Black History on the map.
But I've been using Gorilla Tape.
I mean, look at that doctor.
Yeah,
I just got to shout the doctor out.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
and I was like, what did she have on her eyes?
Yeah.
For real. It looked like she had snotted a whole ball.
Well, that's because they're trying to secure the lashes. You know what? But if you get you some magnetic lashes from like Sharia, the magnetic, you ain't got to worry about that.
That lady look like she could see the world through the world.
You know what?
My
That lady looks like she can see the world through the world.
You know
I'm
what?
talking about.
But I really, you know,
Janelle.
I'm really glad that she got it together, and hopefully people will understand and read. You guys read, read
is fundamental.
I knew Saran wrap could sweat. You know, I knew that. I just wanted, you know.
Do you know what we want for Valentine's Day?
What I want for Valentine's Day?
What we want?
Yeah.
The brothers are saying,
in other words, time to move on. That's what he's saying.
Hey, look, she said I can act up.
I said I can act up. I said, but let me give you a time.
Let
me give you a time. What time is it?
It's 10:25.
Okay, so at 10:30 you can act up.
Okay, so she had something on her eye. I can change the trajectory immediately.
Family, we are getting those questions.
Yeah, get the question. Make sure you keep the whole itinerary of them.
Please, ladies, in front of me.
Please
go
ahead.
It's special. This is a radio show. You don't have to see me.
Yeah.
So type in those questions. Send them in. We're going to talk about what men really want. And men, if you're out there listening, type it in what you really want. Now, granted, it's just not about Valentine's Day. This is moving forward because, again, this show is about what you've got mail. We're listening to what you all want, you know. And we want to change.
As a lady, I always find it difficult what to get to do.
Right.
For any holiday.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Because we don't know what you want. We really don't. I asked Chef last night. I said, "Do you like flowers? Do you want?" Because I saw a flower commercial.
How you don't know?
Well,
because you don't talk about it, and you don't ask. So we gonna address the elephant in the room.
We don't know because we don't ask.
You don't.
Ladies, how y'all feeling about that?
Y'all don't ask. Y'all talk. Prime example. I like wood jewelry.
Wood jewelry.
You wouldn't know it unless you ask. I like wood. Classic wood watches because other jewelry breaks me out.
Okay.
You wouldn't know unless you ask that question.
Okay. All right. So first question is ask your man what they. And you all right? Because
you tell us what you want. I want this, that, the third. I like this kind of flower. I like a tulip.
Listen, we're telling y'all. Did y'all actually ask? I said we're telling you, but did you actually ask?
9 times out of 10, we're gonna ask because I want to spend my
question, or was we just saying, "Honey, I like this"?
Right.
I don't know.
Because I
think we asked.
You asked?
Yeah.
Well, I know.
No, I'm gonna tell you what. We don't have to ask because we study the women we with, so you've already told us indirectly.
That's true too. We're not gonna stop us. We do study.
Yeah, you acting like he's a student of the
I'm a student of the game.
Acting like he's a student of the game. Talking about he's studying this one. You don't have to ask.
I don't even gotta ask.
Paying attention.
I got a note in my phone that tells me everything about you.
Come on.
Oh, I remember
we
when she
got your
said
question, D. We coming. We coming.
Please come.
Y'all ought to stop.
I'm dead serious.
For real. We do study.
Y'all study.
Because we like to surprise you.
I can show you in my phone right now. There's no way I can type this up while I'm on the phone with you, but while I'm on the air with you, I can show you right now.
So y'all understand when you get with a girl, y'all automatically study her from the beginning.
The one we like?
The one that you like and the one you're pursuing.
Even the one we don't like.
They put some qualifying factors now. They put some qualifying factors.
Even the one we don't like. Hey, look, hold on. Erica, we got to keep it all the way 100. Even the one we don't like.
Even the ones you don't like.
Even the ones you don't like. Y'all study. So y'all buy that one gift that y'all, and then y'all know.
It'd be different. Some people like to get their hair and nails done. Some people like flowers and blooms and candy. That's different.
And you like wood jewelry.
And I like wood jewelry.
So, ladies,
that's the bottom of the totem pole. That's the easy thing to get. I like way more than that.
Oh, okay. Look, so let's get started. We're gonna know
10:30.
It's
10:30.
Because Chef already gave me his. We created a list when we first got together. He had to teach
me.
Good. He had to teach me what I wanted. I mean, he was like, if you don't ask for it, I don't know what to get you.
Right.
He was like, I'm not into the whole guessing game.
Yeah.
He was like,
playing the game.
He was like, what you want? So we write down, we have this list, this jar, we just write down everything. So we don't just wait till holidays or whatever. So I pull from the jar and I look like his birthday is coming up and I look on his list and say, oh, okay, this is what he wants. So that's how I know, because honestly, I don't know how
sweet is that?
No, that's a learning process for me. You know, that's a learning process because like you said, you don't really know what men want. You just assume y'all like cologne all the time.
Ooh,
you know, so we good at buying
gift
cologne.
idea deposit jars for
You
the
know
house
what I'm saying?
ladies and gentlemen. Get the gift
now
idea
that jar, you
so
guys,
that you can go back to the jar and pull out what it is that they're looking for.
Look at you.
Yes, that
it.
is something exactly. Like I would suggest that, you know, ladies get with your, once you're in that relationship, get, you know, y'all sit down and talk about what is it that you really, you know, things that you like.
Absolutely.
And you write that list. It doesn't matter how long the list is. You wrap it up or whatever, put it in the little jar. So when those moments come, when the holidays, birthdays, all of that stuff comes, you can just pull out the jar and be like, oh, here's a gift that he wanted to have. So you know, and you purchase that gift. And then if it's a big ticket item, it'll give you time to, you know, like to get it. Versus, you know, so
I like
that's an idea that we've been doing. And it has actually worked because he gifted me something for my birthday off my list. And I even forgot that I put that on the list. And I was like, oh, so he doesn't have to, you know, and we update the list because you change, you know, you add more stuff to it, you update it. So ladies, I do suggest that you watches and cologne. I already knew like he loves colognes, but I didn't know like he loves watches either. So then that's when I was like, oh, okay. So I started looking at watches. So it's a learning process, but so I suggest ladies, you do really listen because y'all really do like things. I didn't know that.
So I have a question from the audience.
Talk about it so I can tell them about it.
She can't stay much longer.
Okay.
But she wanted to know if she was preparing a gift basket for you and wanted to make it naughty, what should be included? Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, please get your children because this is an 18+ question.
18 plus.
We didn't mean to turn the heat up this early, but I wanted to make sure that my guest got her question online.
Yeah.
So, brothers,
be in that basket.
Yeah. We can go back and forth. Yeah. First thing, she needs something to get me inebriated really fast.
Okay.
Then she can have oils and
libation,
yes, and things that taste good when they put on your body and stuff like that.
Things that taste good when you have to put on the body.
Favorite oil.
I'm trying to be as
that oil. That's my favorite oil.
Your favorite oil.
Yeah. Favorite body oil.
So what's your favorite body oil?
Golden sand.
Yep, golden sand.
That's what you have on today, right? It smells good. That's how I was like, what is that? It smells good.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So that's it.
Well,
it's pretty simplified right there. That's it.
Yeah.
So, ladies, they say they're not complicated.
We're not.
That's the thing. We ain't robots. He says we ain't robots.
Yeah. Maybe a gift card to like a favorite store. Like I'm always in a specific store.
Give me a cigar for afterwards.
Exactly.
And that's what Sonya said. One of the guys like cigars.
Give me a cigar so that he says afterwards. The after effect.
I ain't going to sleep. I'm gonna smoke my cigar.
Sit back and lay there and say, honey, that was nice.
With a nice glove. You know what I mean?
I might go to sleep. Yeah.
That thought always counts. That thought always counts too. You know what I'm saying? Whatever creative you got with it.
It's always the thought. Let me give you an example of the thought, right? Prince got gifted something. Someone gave him a bottle of non-alcoholic wine. Because they know he don't drink wine. But that's a thought.
Yes.
It was thought put in there.
Exactly. I prepared more for the thought.
Exactly.
Okay.
And we both got like shot glasses with you can put initials on it, and you can put a cigar in the cup.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's the thought.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we got that from a sister.
Ladies, we got to get creative.
Exactly.
That's what they say.
And then when you give me the gift, don't have nothing on.
Yeah. Don't have nothing on.
Don't have nothing on when you give me the gift.
Yes, ladies, they
make it look good.
Bring your birthday suit.
Yeah, make it look good.
Y'all hear that?
To the gift giving.
Yeah, just
with nothing.
Yeah,
bear gifting or bush gifting. How do you want your gift to be presented?
You said
bear or bushy?
I don't know, Bush. Bush was the president.
Whatever.
I don't want no Bush.
So you said I knew it was a catch.
So
You need some hedges trimmed.
it's a combination, ladies.
Hedges got to be trimmed.
I want the bush.
They said
I want
as
whatever,
long as
baby.
it's
No.
smelling fresh.
Yeah, smelling good.
Yeah.
Hey, Prince.
I'm gonna get to it. Again.
Prince. Hair hole scent.
Yo, nah, listen. I'm gonna get to it. Get to it, baby.
Hair hole scent.
It ain't gonna hold no scent that day, man.
You ever been on a slip and slide?
Oh my god.
Oh, you know when you slide, it's a lot slip on you.
Romance.
You got mail messages from him, y'all. This is adult conversation. You can keep it raw. You can keep it.
I'm just saying.
Adult conversation. I mean, this is the truth. This is what men want.
I know everybody don't have the time allotted to, you know what I mean, go and get it. But I understand, however, it's Valentine's Day. You should have properly prepared yourself.
Right.
Chef says no dildos or A plugs.
No.
That's a no.
No.
Well, I mean, but some men may like that.
Okay, but we're not talking to the men.
We're
right
not
now.
talking to them.
No, you ask what we want.
What y'all want.
Yeah.
Men. The men.
Hold on. I can't speak for everybody. Y'all don't want no plugs. No. Yo. Let me be fair.
So I have to interject here.
Because we have a pure romance expert, counselor.
Interject, please.
Interject.
I want y'all to walk with me.
Okay.
Can I hold your hands?
Hey, look, she finna take us down this other lane.
Yes.
The road less traveled.
Chef, and I hear you, because dildos are not for everyone. But let's understand the full realm of a dildo.
I go around like 285.
A vibrating one. A vibrating one.
So you won't want to tickle us while they tickle you?
So first of all, there's a variety of them.
Come on,
and I'm going to start with the ones that's for couples. Okay, the C-ring.
Yeah.
Okay.
The C-ring. So I'm going to start there. The C-ring is for the constricting to allow you to stand longer, because she might be one of those slow riders.
Yeah.
Take
a minute.
She might. Yeah. She needs you to be able to.
I ain't had one of them in a minute.
To hold yourself as long as she needs until she gets her own. So and not only because and you need to understand the anatomy of the woman, and how the women gets their pleasure.
Okay.
And in as much as we love to say we're blowing her back out, all those nice little phrases.
Right.
75% of women get their orgasms through clitoral stimulation.
Of course,
that's on the exterior. Yep. So when you have that C-ring that is buzzing, you can enjoy all of that pleasure vaginally, and she will be able to get that stimulation. And guess what? Both of you are enjoying.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. Yeah. But I'm the male.
So that's one of them. So then there's the massage wand.
Okay.
And the massage wand is just that. It's going to massage the body. It's going to allow you to release that stress and tension, because it can be used on all your tension areas. Right. It's going to
the heart-shaped one, right? No, you got a new one.
Yeah. See, they're kind of familiar with
it. We got get grips and everything right now.
When you're using that massage wand, you can start with the neck and the shoulders and back, and then release the tension, and then you can move down to the breast and the nipple area, and then begin to increase the pleasure. Right. So and that, if in case y'all have never tried it, that's a great turn on for a lot of men. Many men have not experienced it, because that's not the norm thing to do. But when they have allowed their woman to explore with them, they're like, oh, okay, babe, that's so nice.
And intimacy, sexual conversations are needed for couples.
Absolutely.
Because again, it's just, you shouldn't just have
the whole thought of exploring
Yeah.
And surprising one another.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Because you discover things that you didn't think that you would enjoy.
Right.
And that's because you're not sure. Many people are not aware of the makeup of the products,
right,
or what their intended purposes are for, or even how the male or the woman will get their pleasure.
Pure romance is the truth, y'all.
You have to be able to be willing to explore those avenues. Like
my ladies, whole shelf full of
scrotums on the male
are like so serious. She's telling y'all some real good stuff right now.
You got to know about the scrotums, ladies, and how to stroke it and how to.
It's a little line up under there.
The brother said that little line back there. So when you learn the proper body parts and what excites them,
right,
you're able to delight your partners.
So men, are y'all just as excited about, like, we know that y'all get excited about sex, right? Like, it's just naturally. For y'all, yeah, naturally. But are y'all really willing to explore your women, like get to really know your women and want more deeper? Do y'all want a deeper love, intimate relationship?
Yeah, I'm with that.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't. I was, I'm more sexually open now. Maybe before.
Okay, really?
Yeah. What that mean? Okay.
Yeah. Well, explain.
I would say, I just want my PR sisters to know, ladies, our work is working.
No, our work is working. Yeah, it's working. It's working. Because I have a whole my whole counter in my bathroom is full of pure romance. I have the get a grip. Cream.
You telling on yourself?
No, I'm not. She gave it to me. Exactly. I can't.
This is a good conversation, because you mentioned that you're open now.
Yeah.
Explain that.
Well, there was just only certain positions I would do.
Okay.
On
as a man,
areas I would do it. Have sex in. But as now I'm more open to different positions. Top rope now.
And rubbing it
yeah, exactly. That kind of stuff.
Let's make this beer groove so big. He got juiced up. Yo.
Yeah, I gotta be
over here. You're telling our business, boy.
I need to go down. I need to tune in to that.
I didn't tune in that. Listen.
I mean, it's very important.
Yeah, it's very important.
I was so appreciative of that order, because he was very familiar with the Men Smell Good product. But he came on, mix it up, Erica. Give me what you got in the men's. He had no idea what I was going to put in his order.
Right.
He didn't even give me a budget, y'all. I mean, I could have put some things up in there, but I'm respectful of my clients. I want them to come back. I don't want them to have it all at one time.
Right.
And I put together this package, and I was so astonished at the reception.
Yeah.
When he opened up the box.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yes, and all the gentlemen in the room was really like, yeah.
Do you have a lot of male clients, or are you seeing an increase in male clients?
I'm seeing an increase in male clients. And what I'm also seeing is an increase in the ladies wanting to get products that are for their male partners.
Yeah, because I hit you up in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Erica, I'd be like, look, what you got? And she comes through, but I'm like you, Preston. You start opening up over time, because you realize the importance of your sexual health, because again, it is a healthy connection. That's you're supposed to, and you're supposed to enjoy this with your partner.
You thought you was a freak when you were young.
And we're getting older too, and you want to keep that going.
And absolutely. We learn with wisdom, educationally, just as we learn and grow morally, our bodies change. And our needs change. And so we have to continue to grow and meet those needs. And I think he hit it on the head. Jarvis.
Yeah, on the head.
On the head. I love it. All puns intended on today. All puns intended today. He was like, you have to communicate.
Yeah,
you have to.
Yeah. So, men, y'all prefer to communicate?
And
with
that was the openness I was talking about.
Okay.
I was open to communicate about.
Really?
You know what I mean? About that. You know, I knew what I knew.
And during.
Right.
So you just knew, like, okay, I'm a man. I already know.
I already know what I want. I already know what I do to you or whatever.
Right.
I already know
And
what I'm
never
doing to you.
considered the woman's part
I had to grow up.
Yeah.
I had to grow up.
So
That's important.
how
That's important.
who initiated the conversations of this is what I like? Can we try this? Or did you say this is what I got and this is what I'm gonna do?
For me, how did y'all get to the learning curve? How did y'all get to the learning curve?
A woman?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Ladies.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I love that because
that's just being real.
A lot of women don't take the lead in the bedroom. A lot of women don't take the lead in the bedroom. So to hear that you all was open or learn more from the woman, I find that, ladies, give it up for yourselves. Right. I often tell the ladies, listen, y'all the boss in the boardroom. Go ahead and be the boss in the bedroom. But a lot of us grew up being timid. Mm-hmm. A lot of us grew up with stigmas behind exploring our sexuality. So there's a lot of women out there that's not even comfortable with it. So I'm glad to hear that your growth came from woman. Yeah, experience. Experience.
Yeah, we was dealing with
Cougars early on.
Oh yeah. I was dealing with green cougars early.
Yeah,
Let's so
but y'all were more men are more y'all explored your sexuality earlier than most women, right?
Yeah, we off the top rope. We gone. Jimmy the Snoop super
gone. Did y'all feel at a point where you just like it wore off, or it was like it just became a task or a thing? Like I didn't already had sex. Like you've had sex so much, like you just
the thing is, like a lot of us growing up, when we was having sex, we was just round of applause. We was just clapping, and then you get that one female that does cartwheels and backflips, and then you like, oh wow, that happens,
and that changes your whole thing. You know what I mean? Blew your whole mind down. Now you learn something. You know what I mean? Practice something to you that you have never have felt before, and you like,
lift the back of your kneecap. You didn't know that felt good.
Exactly.
Like, oh, wow, that feels amazing.
Give it up for the ladies.
Yeah. Suck on the back of the kneecap again. Do that again.
Do that again. Do that again, please.
So,
you close your ears.
I got questions. Listen,
come on. I know for real. Hey, sis. Get Chef a kiss the back of your kneecap. I'm not playing. That's for real.
That is for real. Oh,
look, that is for real. That ain't no joke.
That I'm telling you, there is sensitive places in the body.
Exactly.
We didn't even know. Sensitive places on the bodies that were like, whoa.
So y'all are now in the stage of exploring. Men at this age, or men are really wanting to explore along with the.
I ain't personally,
Self-pleasuring has been something that we feel that guys have been doing like forever.
Right. Yeah, I got me a girl.
How do you all feel about your woman exploring self-pleasure for herself? Is that a turn on or a turn off for
self-pleasure? Like she's pleasing herself?
She's pleasing herself. Now, not that she's locking you out of it or anything,
right?
But you know, I gotta. Bridget, I don't know if anybody's watching the Netflix movie Bridgerton, but when he whispered to her and told her how to, and she went and turned into ecstasy. She was like, she's been missing out on life. I was like, that was so hot to me.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and then when she learned how to ride him.
As long as she got the ad libs with it, I'm good. She got to make the noise.
For those who are just
noise, ladies, making noise is important to your male counterpart.
But you know what?
Making noise will make you immediately.
Yeah,
really.
That's cool.
Okay, watch out, ladies. He said because making noise is going to excite them to the point of
Just get them to number 2. Just going to get number 1 out the way, and then get the number 2, and you good.
Okay. They said that. Go ahead and knock the first.
So y'all need to know how to get your oral game up. So get number 1 out the way, and then when you get number 2.
So those who are just joining in, we're talking about what men really want
for Valentine's Day.
For Valentine's Day, but this is throughout your. If you're with your mate, your significant other, sexual conversation, sexual health is very important because again, you begin to. Chris, you said it earlier, you mature, you grow.
Yeah, you do.
And the things that you used to do and whatnot, when you're looking at your partner, y'all 40 some years old, you look at it, it's like, you know, you can't drop the knees anymore. You got to do different things. But the sexual conversation is needed now. Yeah. And it's time for us to listen to each other. And we're wanting to know, because again, we're so used to y'all are just like hitting it, quitting it type of, you know, like we have that in the back of the mind. Like, men don't want anything else. But that's not true, right?
Men like that feeling. Especially that moment when it's almost there and you can go. I'm not gonna go here on this station. and it's that slow, and it's that slow explosion.
Joy, we can drop them knees.
Hey, look, that slow explosion. Listen, women, even if you in the vehicle and you driving that guy, if he about to erupt, go slow. That's when you gonna see him shaking.
Okay, ladies, listen. I'm checking this. I'm listening
together for a long time.
The brothers is like,
I'm talking about seizures. I'm talking about
when you know that your partner is getting excited to the point of ecstasy, and they're about to reach. Slow it up.
Slow it up.
That's it.
Slow it up.
Because I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. I have learned over the years. Like, people will be surprised. Like, a lot of things you learn. You learn as a young adult, you know, because there's no secret. I put in the book, I lost my virginity at 21. So I was late.
A long way behind.
I was 20.
I was 13. I was 18.
That's because the Lord told me to wait. I was supposed to wait.
Wait a minute. My children on the radio.
I was a late bloomer. You know what I'm saying?
My children know that their mama was one of them fast.
And I didn't have that talk. Like, I had that regular talk, you know, regular, we had that regular parent talk, and they talked to us just like their parents talked to them. And so I never got a chance to really explore how I really felt in this game. And then the older you get, you're like, oh, there's more. And then when you get with the men, you just assume again that all they want to do is just hit it and quit it.
So I have to ask, since
it's getting hot now.
The gentleman in the room.
Yes, come on with it. Come on with it.
Since we brought up child rearing, and when do you all have those conversations with your children? About being intimate. And
you started in teenage years.
Because
they already hearing it.
They're hearing it.
In the class in school, they talk about it. My son over there right now, he's 10. He knows.
Okay, so let me ask you. You say he knows. He knows from his parents, or he knows from the children.
He knows from his parents because I was made aware of what the children was talking about. Because I've actually heard it. And I was like,
they talking already.
They talking already.
So I have to say, I moved early as a young lady. I moved early as a young lady.
I did too.
So I started early with my daughters having a conversation.
Yes.
They were early bloomers in terms of their development in the menstrual cycle. So it was like, oh my gosh. We definitely need to be having these conversations, and I did not want our conversation to be like my conversation. My conversation was, I never forget, my mom caught me and my boyfriend kissing, and she said, "Child, don't you be over there kissing up on no baby." I had no clue what that meant. But later on, as I developed, and the more I kiss, and I'm a kisser, y'all. I love kissing.
That's
So when you're kissing, and then you're discovering that your body is talking to you, it begins to yearn for more. And then your hands begin to explore. And I was probably about 19, already had my first child, when I said, this is what mommy meant by don't be kissing up on no baby. Because you go from that simple kiss to the hands exploring, to the clothes off, to oops. we done did the do, and now we got a baby on the way.
Yeah, right. Because you don't have those conversations. You know, you don't have the. I remember my mom and my grandmother was like, they had the regular. You don't let a boy do this. You don't do that. You wait for marriage and all of this. But nobody talked to me about the in between,
the why and the outcome.
And I know that they
just don't do it.
Right. And it's like, just don't do it. And I know that they were given the advice because my mother had me young. So I'm pretty sure she was in her mind. She was like thinking, I don't want her to do the same thing I did, so I'm going to tell her, don't do it.
Guys, how important is it for you as men to lead the conversation versus the women?
Yeah.
Or does it matter?
Right.
What conversation?
The conversation.
The sex conversation with your children.
Well, how important is it? Who
leads it?
I think,
is the dad going to lead the conversations? Mom leading it, or should y'all sit down together?
I'd like for the dad to lead the conversation because the kids, the dad is the one that they fear.
The dad is the one that's true.
So with that being said, like my daughters, I've already talked to my daughters. So it's easier for them to talk to mom because they already have a connection.
Is the talk the same?
I like that.
With your son and daughter, like because there is a difference.
No, it's a different conversation. Son, beat daughter, don't you?
Right, so that's not fair though.
It is fair because they're not going to be in the same dynamic. He's a man, she's a woman.
Right. So is the fear more? Have you and I don't want to. I know what you mean by fear because my dad is like, do it if you want to, and your mom is like, well, if you do this and another. So, but if the conversation was different from my brothers and my sister and I. So, are y'all having the same type of conversation, or is it different?
Same type of conversation with a different atmosphere. Like my daughter would feel comfortable coming talking to me if she had sex with somebody. We've already had that conversation. We've crossed that road, actually.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
How did you feel about that?
I was upset.
Let me say this. I appreciate you all being honest and open. Because again, as Black men, we need to have these conversations. It's all about conversations and getting an understanding of it. So when you cross that road with your child, because there are other parents out there like freaking out that their child has crossed that road.
Our relationship got better.
Thank you for breaking generation curses.
Yeah. Me and my daughter relationship got better after that.
So Mark says intimacy is different from sex. Kids should know that. And he also said young men or selfish men want to beat it up quick. But he said intimacy is different from sex. Kids should know that. So you taught your daughters and you crossed that road. And how was it?
Our relationship got better.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Like right now, like we like this.
Really? How old is she?
So
she's 17.
That's
really
awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Communication builds so much. It's that trust factor.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like once you have this particular conversation, that sex conversation, that intimacy conversation, you know that you can come to your parents. With anything.
Yeah, that is true, I guess. Because
you done built that trust.
Yeah.
And I mean, that is the most stigmatized conversation.
It is.
The most fearing conversation to have. And once you have let your child know that it's okay, this is something that we all are going to experience in life. Yeah. And I mean, the one thing about it, I feel, is if you start them off with a healthy conversation, that will allow them, should they become violated, bring that to them.
Yeah, that's true. Prince, how was your conversation with your son when when you found out, or is he active?
Or when he's 19 now, so he's not active yet.
Okay, good.
So I had the conversation early, 10, 11.
Okay.
I mean, because I did hear other students, I used to pick them up from school and they used to,
for those who don't understand,
they're going in. They're going in.
On the outside of your household.
Yes.
They got a whole, I never forget, we have to teach part of what we call social and emotional learning. And so at first grade, I had posted, this is in the sticky notes book. And, we had to talk about the terminology, the anatomy, right? So I dreaded this conversation with my first graders, right? So, you explain the good touch and the bad touch. That's what we're explaining. And so the little boy said, Miss Collier, No, tell them that you got the boys got the penis and the girls got the vagina. So I'm sitting there like, okay, here we go. He knew his mom had already had that conversation. So then a little girl said, no, that's not right. So he looking at me like, what in the hell you talking about? Because my mom done said the penis go in the vagina, But I was like, oh Lord, like you
that was not the scope.
Right, that was right. I was like, oh my God. So he looking at me like, what you talking about? And so he's like, tell him tell him that the penis go over the vagina. And I said, ask your mama, just please go ask your mama, please. I can't do this no more.
Bail out.
Right, but it was like I'm glad parents are having because if they learn the street terminology, I think that's what I think that's what hinders the kids or their perception or whatnot, and then that's when you get everything mixed up, and that's when they try. But I applaud you all for having these conversations with your kids.
You have to, because you got the internet now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
and they sitting back while you thinking they on game. They texting each other. They on kids on Pornhub.
Oh my God,
all type of stuff on TikTok, like everything, video, everything.
They see when they friends on Instagram video, getting bust open and all that. You know, I'm sorry to say like that, but
no,
so do you have you told your kids that there's a healthy side of it?
They've shown it to me. I was like, that's your friend? Do her mom know that? No, Dad, but because she got her mom blocked.
So how does the conversation go? Do you say like, because I remember talking to my niece, I explained to her that these feelings are natural. However, there are consequences that comes with it when you're not ready, or just not about having a baby or a disease, or what their emotional consequences. So how do you explain that to your kid, like at this age? Like, sex is a natural part of human beings or whatever, but I prefer you to wait. Or do y'all?
Oh no, say that. I prefer to wait. You know what I mean? I give it the whole spiel. Listen, I can't. I'm not gonna be able to hide the sex from you. I'm not there. You know what I mean? I only give you the tools.
That's it.
That's all. And that's what I just give them the tools. I give them the conversation.
And even if you cross it, I still got to be there to talk, because it's a possibility that you may cross it. Mine crossed it. So I gotta be there.
You gotta be there. Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I can't sit there and be like, I can't believe. I was mad at first, and then I had to catch myself. But I had a female who also coached me into that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like you can't, because if you do that, don't freak out, because if you do that, it's gonna only make her bottle up. And what it did in turn was it made her a better person.
Okay.
Now she looks at that whole dynamic, because we can have that conversation. She was like, I don't even know why I did that. That was nothing.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Now we can have that conversation, and I can say a joke to her.
Right. Okay.
And it's interesting.
Gentlemen, my daughter is on the line, and I have to tell you.
Hey, what's going on?
I have a real special relationship with my daughters, and I just see it blossoming more and more as the pure romance consultant that I am, having all these conversations. My number one supporter, she's always online with me. She says that's part of the problem. We don't speak to our children, and we don't use proper terminology. Right. You'll be surprised how many adults like to use the street terminology. And then when the kids do hear the proper terminology, they're totally confused.
Exactly.
She also says, yes, it does hinder the understanding and makes it harder for children to communicate when it's a serious problem, when we don't address it calmly, and we're not having the open conversation with the children. Thank you, daughter, for always tuning in and supporting your mom whenever she's out and about.
Monique says, don't let these streets teach your babies.
Definitely.
Trish says,
not only the streets,
to listen to each other. It is. I think it's very sexy to listen to each other. I remember my mother-in-law when we first got married, when I first met her and whatnot, and she had that talk with me, and she said, I talk to my kids about sex, so they're open. And me, I was like, I know my mother-in-law is not talking to me about this. I just know but I understood now what she was talking about. She was like, we were an open family, whereas my family, we were closed about that situation. That whole talk. So you do see the difference in your upbringing. If your family was not an open family, or the stigma behind this, because again, we were told no,
Right.
you're going to hell. You know, that type of thing.
Yeah.
I know it was taught. That was that part of, because everybody was trying to protect each other from either having kids too early or doing, you know, just like, no, I want you to get your career, this, that, and the other. So we didn't break down that sexual talk, you know, that conversation.
With that being said, how was the sex conversation in the household, if there was one, when you all were younger?
Oh no,
I was busting at 13. There wasn't no sex conversation. I was the conversation.
If you do it, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
You'll get sick and die.
Yeah, that's what AIDS.
You're going to hell.
HIV.
AIDS was rampant.
Yeah, you're going to you're fornicating.
Yeah, you fornicating.
Yeah, I was a fornicating.
Like I was seeing 4 here.
Green Machine, what you got for us? Green Machine, what you
for me,
got
it was 13. For me, it was 13 as well, and you know,
you were doing to do at 13.
Yeah,
13.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
I was
about.
no slouch, but I'm
That's
just
what
saying.
I'm talking about.
How you know 13? How we know?
I started at 14.
I know.
I had a Grand Cougar at 13. Now I know. I was getting breakfast, clothes bought.
Wow.
Oh, you was on another level.
Nuh-uh. She was 36.
Oh, 13. She was 13.
I didn't get that till 16.
Wait a minute. Okay, so that's gonna be another show, because we need to talk about.
Yeah, we were molested.
Like, and then we thought that was y'all thought that was okay.
We thought we was the coolest thing.
I know,
right? But when you look back at it,
we was not proper.
So here's the double standard.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yes,
it is.
I'm glad you said that. It is.
His first encounter at age 13 was
36.
with a woman 36, and that was like the coolest thing.
Yeah.
Right.
But had that been your daughter,
Yep.
with some
Yeah.
man,
36-year-old man.
and listen,
He'd have
I'm
been
mad at
knocked
both
out.
ages.
Yeah,
I'm
he'd been
mad at the
knocked out.
male,
Right.
I'm at
Right.
that woman,
Right.
you, and definitely.
But that was so common, and especially with black boys, you know, boys growing, and even the it continues.
That was common.
Yeah,
Because
super
it's
common.
like, okay, we push the boys out there as soon as they have their first encounter. We like giving them dap and this, that, and another.
Yeah.
But the girls, you become everything but the child of God, and you're shamed on, and that's something that I want to continue to have this conversation about.
So definitely, and in the legal world, if a man has gotten with a girl with those age differences, the legal world will be all on top of it.
Facts.
Reversing that, with the male being young and the woman being older. We know it happens
all the time.
We don't hear it, and we definitely do not hear about any legal ramifications behind it.
Right.
How do you guys feel about that?
I mean, the older you get and you start to look at it, you can identify how deep the double standard is, because it goes as far as the babysitter with the young. It's deep. It's deep. The step sisters, and it gets deep, and nobody never.
The show on this.
Do you all feel like y'all was violated? Y'all
at that point in time, I enjoyed it. At that time,
you enjoyed it,
of course. I was new to it.
Do you think that's part of the reason why that there is no backlash when it's the male early?
No, I think it's further than that. I think that as a male being that young and doing it at that time, like even your crew and your circle, your boys, they're gonna look at you away if you blow the whistle.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
You're gonna be looked at as a snitch at that point in time. Like, bro, you don't messed it up for everybody. Now I can't get no clothes and shoes from you.
Right. Because everybody getting the gifts. If you're getting all of y'all.
She
So moving forward with that, because I really believe that y'all the healing needs to happen with that, because again,
absolutely,
we shut that out. But when you look back, you're like, oh, that was really not cool. Like, that was not cool. But so has it hindered? Is that where most of the mentality comes from men, where it's just like, you know what, already.
Yeah, that's the reason sex overrated. We not. Yeah, it is what it is. Like women had that conversation. You got a part of me. No, I don't.
So at what point does sex not just become sex, and it's like an intimate joy to have?
when there's a connection with us.
Yeah,
and we gotta be connected.
It gotta be another type of
it's a mental connection.
Gina says sets and soul ties. I'm a believer of sets and soul ties.
Yeah,
if you have that sets with that person, you're creating those soul ties. So
for a woman, not for a man,
for a man, really.
No.
So y'all have
I hear a lot of women say this. I can't continue to let y'all. Not for a man.
So y'all don't think y'all have soul ties for?
I mean, it may be, but if a man is just having sex with you and he's not mentally in tune with you, that man is really just having sex.
Yeah, that's it.
Listen, my I'm telling you, she's just so bright and brilliant. She's using the movie for an example.
Okay.
Antoine Fisher
that
we as Black community and family have to sit down and understand. Says Antoine Fisher shines a light on boys having sex early with an older woman, more like sexual abuse.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I know y'all thought, oh my gosh, Erica's in the studio and all we're gonna do is talking about those vibrators, but we got grown men in the room.
Yeah.
Because this conversation
we're gonna talk on all points of life up in here.
Yeah,
definitely.
Because again, and this goes back to why we don't know what y'all want. And we don't know what y'all want when it comes to the gifts, because we're just assuming that, they don't want anything but cologne, or they don't really have, because Black men are really, y'all have feelings too.
To break it out. And don't think the bucket open gonna be the end all be all.
Right. And then that helps us to say, no, they want more than just lingerie, or they want more than just sex from us. Y'all really do want intimacy. Like y'all really want that conversation.
I'm a sapiosexual. That's gonna be my poem tonight.
Ooh.
So listen, you see how others just going in on your show?
Yeah, you just plug it in.
You see how they just plug it in on your show?
I'm a high plug it in.
So Gina, Sonia, goes back to some of the comments. Sonia said it is a double standard.
It is.
Gina says sets and soul ties. She also says the woman is a receiver, thus the soul time, and sets takes on a different meaning and angle.
Understood.
And Sonia says it's true. So for us, it does. And Mark says we have soul ties. It just shows up differently. We end up giving away so many pieces of ourselves that we can't connect emotionally with women. We should. I am loving this conversation because I really never thought about men having these emotions with sex. Honestly, we as women, we have some idea, but again, we put a lot of responsibility on ourselves to do. Like, I don't know about you, Erica, but you get prepped for a date and you go through this whole thing like, okay, am I good? Am I going to be good in bed? Am I going to be doing this, that, and the other? But honestly, the connection has to come from both of you, and then you all really do have the emotional side of it. We never saw that of you. I didn't.
Yeah. Sean, you could see and feel the emotional side of the men in the room right now.
Nice plug.
The atmosphere in the room, is a light heavy, y'all. Light in the fact that they are open and sharing, and the expressions on their faces, the expressions on their faces.
Gina said, "Good and necessary conversation."
It's real, y'all.
Yeah, it is.
I'm appreciative to be a guest here today to help open it up. Yeah,
I'm glad to have you. And again,
my daughter said, "Let's see the atmosphere."
Hey, baby, we live.
And Gina says, "Good and necessary conversation." And she's a pastor, and this is a conversation that we need to have included in our in the church realm.
Absolutely, in ministry.
In ministry,
more so there.
More so,
because we shy away from that. And again, and that's not to say our parents didn't know. They were taught. It's like you're taught, and then I really believe that it's up to us as we grow. Right. It's our responsibility to say, hey, you know what? This is some things that we learn. Let's go around. Let's have these talks. Let's have these conversations, because something is not right if the girls are constantly having babies out of wedlock, or they're constantly having sex because they're looking for something, because a lot of times the girls are, or boys and girls are looking for something. Let's have these conversations, not only for to prevent diseases or whatever, but just really have it, because I don't think we really understand, well, most of the kids now, sex is that connection, and it does something to you mentally. I know a young lady who treats sex like,
darling, how are you? Tuning in.
Like drinking a Coke. It's nothing to her. There's something missing about that. There's something not normal about that young lady. Something has happened and she has not been able to face it. So when we go back to like digging deep into these like what happened, what is going on for you to just treat sex like it's nothing.
It's water.
Yeah, it's water. So these are conversations that we need to continue, especially in our Black community. You know what I'm saying? Like have these, like you're having the financial talk. Let's have these, because there is a such thing as sexual health.
It's really interesting. When I got into the business of pure romance, I solely got into it for the fun aspect to it. I was introduced to it as a party because that's what we do. And but I always saw the opportunity for the education factor. Our motto is educate, empower, and entertain.
Right.
But I definitely got into it for, I was like, oh gosh, fun. I'm the party girl.
Right.
So I love that aspect. But
I love your nails, baby.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She got the nails.
Definitely saw how the education factor would be a thing. And I always, when I introduce myself, when I go to networking events, the ladies laugh because they know what pure romance offers, but they don't know the depths of pure romance. So when I introduce myself, I always say, I am your woman's sexual health, adult intimacy, and relationship enhancement. And the most beautiful aspect of the business for me is the relationship enhancement. It is getting people to open up and have these types of dialogues. It is letting mothers and daughters open up and have these things. It is listening to the fathers talk to their children about sexual encounters and experience and intimacy and things like that. So I'm saying all that cheap plug. When you encounter a pure romance consultant, you should know that is more than just how we started off, those dildos. We are here. Before I can fully offer a product or sell a product to a client, there's so much the education has to take place, but there's so much to learn about the individual. You have to know what they have experienced in the past that is dictating why they want, because I get clients who want to buy up the whole gamut, and it's like, no. That $1,000 sale will be awesome, but why do you think you need all of this right now? Let's spread this across time.
Get a grip.
And get a grip. So we get to know our clients in such an intimate way before we get to say, oh, this would be good. Because a lot of women have encountered some sexual abuse.
And
that's true too.
That is very true.
A lot of women.
I'm talking about a large number.
A large percent, and they're just beginning to open back up. They're just
20, 30 years.
They're getting to know themselves. They don't even find themselves to be pretty. Let alone to be sensual. So those things are beginning to come back to them, and you want to be able to ease them into it, because you don't want them to have a relapse.
And I speak candidly about it.
You want to be able to open up.
I'm one of those women who's experienced sexual trauma, and in order for me to fully enjoy my husband, I have to release that, and a lot of women have not. And then, like you said, that's where we go into, I'm comparing myself to the TV and you know, because you're women, the bedroom TV in your bedroom ain't gonna look nothing like
it. Ain't gonna be the same.
It ain't the same.
You ain't that flexible no more.
Right. The reality is you ain't flexible like that unless you are more than likely you ain't. And your sheets gonna be all over the place. They ain't gonna stay in place.
Help you though. We can help you.
Pure romance can help you.
Yeah, get some of that proof up so bad. They got some throat medicine and all that.
Because you're gonna need some ibuprofen and a leave and everything else.
They got some throat medicine. Throat medicine. Yeah, throat medicine.
You're gonna be tired.
Hey, look. See, if all y'all that know, y'all keep hearing me say, "Get a grip." Get a grip is really a product.
It's a product.
It's a pocket.
It's a product. It's a whole product.
You keep it in your pocket.
But I mean, that's good. You can, and it's good that you can go talk to somebody about it, because remember, again, I'm transparent, and again, I talk these talks because I want other people.
Because you coming out the top rope now. That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
She coming out the top rope now. Keep it in the
top rope, baby. You
coming out top
because you know you have to have these conversations. And I was that person that I was quiet. I'm not gonna talk about this. But I reached out to Erica in the beginning when I got married. I was like, you would thought because I was married the first time, I'm like, okay, let me try something different. And the first thing she educated me on was, you got to talk to Handsome Honey. You got to tell him your past. You got to tell him what happened and this, that, and other. And I'm like, nope. But ladies, you have to release, and men, you got to release that sexual trauma, because if you're trying to be the best that you're wanting to be for your partner, it is going to make a big difference. You have to have that conversation, because you can buy all the products, you can watch all the shows or whatever, but if you're not there mentally,
right,
it's not gonna. And then that's when your frustration, that's when your divorces come, that's when your separations come, because people think it's all about sex, but it's not. It's
brain is your biggest sex orgasm.
It is.
And when it's not relaxed, when it's not healthy, when it's not growing, neither is your sex life.
Trying to
because you are a different person from 20-something now at 40-something.
Yes.
At 20-something, you were good. You like the energetic fun. You can go.
Round of applause.
Right. You can shoot. Okay, you can go.
Now you need a break.
Right.
Glass of water.
Because I'd be the person. I'd be like, okay, bye. I'm done. Go ahead.
I have to say, recently I took a poll in my private lounge. I was asking the ladies to shout out the number of years that they have been in a committed marriage relationship. And I was like, I only wanted to hear from those that had 5 years or more.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful to see 5, 19, 23, because the world will have you to believe that black marriages don't work.
Right. Exactly.
Black marriages.
No black fathers are there.
Exactly.
Or the black men are not there.
Right.
There's no black fathers talking to their children.
Yeah.
And now I'm in the room with 3.
Right. Who said
trying to tell you. My son is over here next door. I'm texting him right now, telling him be quiet.
Paula says at some point that is necessary. I agree. You have to. Jen said, don't just drop it and stop it. You got to continue this conversation. Like you can't just.
Yeah, when you drop it, you got to pick it back up and keep going.
Right.
My bad.
You got messages from him.
I'm loving him because his mind is a pure romance mind.
My bad.
He's into it. You know, he's dropping all those punts and.
I'm 41. I'm still energized, but I don't know what son talking about.
Well, I'm just for one, but see, that's again, y'all may have more energy than what, but again, then.
Ginseng. Some yellow women.
Some women have that high sex drive, and some around the age. But you know, they said
your sex drive increases.
Yeah, it does increases. But then again, you got that's a conversation that y'all need to go to the doctor and talk about with each other, because I know that like when you get to 60 something, they're like seeing an increase in older couples who are like
rocket.
They outside in the rocket chair.
Right, you like
give me in.
I've been partying.
I'm gonna be one of them.
I'm in the business going on 6 years. For 3 years now, we party together once a year. These women start at age 60. And now they're probably up to 83, because at the time the youngest was 60 and the oldest was 80. So now we're talking about 63 to 83 years old.
Right.
And they're so vibrant.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel sometimes intimidated going to their party because they're teaching me so much. Even though they're calling me in and they want a sexpert, as they call me, to come in and do this party. But I learned so much from them. And they are really I
want to be that vibrant lady when I get 80 something. I ain't gonna lie, like I ain't trying to be on no
and they let me know, listen, Erica, honey is not working like I need him to work. I need him to last a little bit longer. What you got?
Right.
Because they're like, I was like, what? Is he taking his vitamins the way you taking your vitamins?
Yeah. Wow. They're still active.
They're very much so.
Wow. In their 80s?
And I could not believe, because I mean, they're all looking relatively good, and it's just a joy to be around.
But you know, when you think about your grandmama now,
dropping it like it's hot.
Man.
Listen,
I got about 7 or 8 kids.
My first big,
come here, Rufus.
1 month into my business, I'm in New York for my sister's birthday. It's her Pure Romance party, and I had my 71-year-old mother in the room, and like my grand auntie in the room.
Yeah.
And we played this game of Your Dirty Little Secret.
Yeah.
And you get to drop the secrets into the cap, somebody else pull them out. And of course, when my mama dating herself, talking about where they did it at and what the making model of the car was. And I was like, this is only 2 people in the room. Everybody knew who responded to these things. So the relationships and the communication that is being formed through Pure Romance is just amazing. Cause I never thought in a million days. My mama gave me my best advice on how to handle the business.
Yeah.
She was like, know your audience.
Right.
Yeah.
That's key.
And she says, child, I know I sent you down to college, and I taught you myself the proper terminologies, but she said in the same realm, you have to know your audience.
Yeah.
So you have to throw out the words that is going to relate. She said, because she said, now that one product, that coochie product, that's good. She said, because we got all sorts of names for the vaginal area. She said, we call it the cookie, the pocket,
the box.
The box. That's a new one for me.
The box.
The what?
The box. That's new. Okay. Incorporate it.
That's what I said.
The box.
Me. Ladies, y'all know about the box?
Yeah, we
call it the box.
Like, bro, you get the box.
So,
maybe it's a man thing.
Maybe it's a man thing.
With the being a full grown adult, what I am 48 now.
Yeah.
My relationship with my mom is growing because why we have more now open communication.
Yeah.
The communicate, and I'll tell y'all, and it's so interesting because I am the type of person that when I'm mad, and I shut down. I don't want to say nothing to you.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Because most often when the good book says your tongue is a two-edged sword, believe that.
Yeah.
You can help elevate and you can help destroy. And I know me, and I'm still growing, that when I'm mad, I ain't gonna do nothing
I know my people want to see my face, but I need the mic where it is so that I can.
Yeah,
you gotta have a mic in the face.
Yeah, I know what I look like.
Bashan says her grandfather was still active in the 80s. She said he was a Rolling Stone. Mark says, I think it takes a long time for some Black women to learn to enjoy sex enough to learn their bodies. I agree with that because it does, again, because we compare ourselves, we compare ourselves, we look at everybody else and everything else, and we don't, we really just don't value or explore our own selves. Sonia says that's why they made us to go to bed early.
Yeah, grandpa and grandma getting it in for real. I'm trying to tell you.
They couldn't wait for us to act up.
Yeah, go to bed.
I've never heard the bite. So maybe there's a male.
No. Yeah, she says, yeah, I've heard the term.
She said she's heard the term bot.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I mean,
gotta get the box.
You've got mail messages from him, you guys. We are in the studio with Erica, my peer romance consultant. We're talking about what men want, and not just for Valentine's Day, but want in general with the whole intimacy sex. I really didn't think that y'all like the intimacy and all of that and stuff. Like I'm still learning a lot of stuff with Chef. Like, not to put our business out there, but he's very open and like he talks to me, and I'm not gonna lie, y'all know I am that hard girl sometimes. But the thing is,
stop the disclaimer. Yeah.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, like, I love intimacy. I love sex, but I also have been close with it over the years. So when we learned each other's love language, right? But what he used to tell me when we first got together, he's like, "You're not very affectionate."
Yeah.
And I was like,
that. We love
I didn't think that.
Oh my God, we love that.
I did not think that y'all like affection. Yeah. And I was like, I would be like,
you get a man next to you and change his life.
I was like, I am affectionate. I like the whole, like I was getting mad with it. And and going back to what you would say, Johnny, about being soft, right?
Yeah, you got to be soft.
And I'm like, but I am soft. Like I am.
No,
so let's
just saying that
describe affection. How do you describe being soft? Because we have our perception of
exactly.
It. You thought you were
I thought I was soft because I love sundresses and sandals. And I'm thinking like that's my soft.
That's being cute. That's being cute. Let's talk about that.
Look, that's being cute.
Oh,
you can have a.
Listen, we need to hear from you guys.
What's the question?
What do you consider being soft and affectionate?
Yeah.
How can the ladies bring soft and affection to you?
Look.
Intentional affection. It's like
you summed it up. Intentional.
What is intentional is more organic. It's more something that's like in you. It's kind of difficult to. Of course,
that's when the cancers come out.
We can explain what we specifically want you to do, but if you don't have it in you, it's going to be difficult for you to display that. Because because you just something.
You just doing it because I said it.
Right.
Okay.
You had your heart set on it.
Right now, I am doing 5 senses surprise you basket.
Right.
And I think that plays well into affection. We have to think in terms, just like we have the 5 love languages. We have 5 senses.
Absolutely.
Are you one who endears touch?
Mark says touch is powerful.
Are you one who endears taste? Are you one who endears to the sound? Because your lady sounds sexy to you. Do you want her to talk to you more often?
Yeah.
How about that smell?
Yeah. I think I told you I love the smell.
Her in her natural sense, or do you want her to add and enhance them pheromones? You want her to bring. So and the sight. I've been telling ladies all for the past 2 weeks with these surprise you baskets. You are the sight. You are the gift. I've been trying to get ladies to get into lingerie.
No doubt.
And I went through all of that just so I can ask you guys, how do you feel about what it is that your women are wearing to the bed?
We like it a lot.
Yeah,
however, we don't get it a lot.
So you want to have lingerie a lot, or
yeah, definitely.
So you hear that, ladies? The guys actually like the lingerie.
Of course.
And I know that we have heard, it's not going
even walking around the house.
Right.
even to walk around.
Boy shorts and a button-up shirt.
What? We pretty simple.
I mean, you got you some thongs on in my button-up. Oh my God, I'm finna chase you.
Listen,
You talking about me?
Yeah, we finna wrestle.
ladies.
Yeah,
I have another question to see lingerie. I mean, I keep trying to tell y'all, let's do some them leggings and
Right.
Hey, but you know what?
So we
But
have
the
another
thing-
question.
Okay, I'm
Go ahead,
gonna
go
let you get. The thing is, we don't get a lot of that because the women that we're dealing with are not comfortable in their own skin.
Yeah.
Which is a major issue. So then it prevents me to be all the way in tune with you because you're not in tune with yourself. So you wanna go down this road with me, and I can't go down that road with you because I'm not all the way.
Big shot.
Oh my God.
Hey, chef.
He just want to come down and make sure I wasn't telling all the business. That's all it was.
But yeah,
let me
they keep us away.
baby.
Wow. So you're saying like the confidence. So y'all want us to have confidence?
Yeah, absolutely.
A confident woman is something else.
Absolutely, and we understand that the women that we encounter sometimes don't have that confidence,
Right.
And I don't mind helping you gain that. That's
That
why
becomes a problem, though.
it can be a
becomes a
problem.
problem.
It can be a problem because sometimes she's still fighting herself.
Yes,
Yeah.
We like, baby, listen.
Square your shoulders.
I'm doing everything I can to assure you that you are everything and more.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I let you know it every single time.
Right.
Every woman I've been with, I said, don't hide yourself from me.
Okay.
I don't like that. I don't like
either.
that.
I don't either.
Wow.
But it still happens.
It still happens.
It does.
So that's the issue within the women now.
It bothers
And you know one thing that I've learned as well? Orgasm is not my responsibility.
Really?
Yes.
Orgasm
is not my responsibility. Now, if you're not yours either. But hold on, no. If you're not orgasming, right? Every time you know, if you're not having that, or you're not being pleased or whatever, you're not in tune with yourself. It's something within you. That's stopping you from tapping into you.
I already knew where it was going with it.
That feeling.
I agree.
Okay.
Now, that's the point. That's the exact
emotional.
That's education,
Right.
And that's why, like even today, that's why now I have so much more energy because I have a higher understanding of intimacy.
Right.
I'm sitting here, I'm trying to make a come real hard.
Right.
I'm like, bro, this ain't even
That's serious.
chill.
You said at the beginning, your orgasm comes from external, not external.
Exactly.
Right. So let me get to this question from Paula. We got a few more. Paula says, do guys like it even if it's not leading to sex?
Yes.
Small gestures.
Yeah.
Like
Really?
we like intimacy more than you.
Yes, absolutely.
I
need it.
Sonya says touches, massages, and listening to them. Men love
That's
that.
a part of the balance.
Let's see. Paula says affection. Latressa says especially listening. Paula says also, I know mine does, but I mean guys in general, and I'm asking because I shared this in my area and hear women ask this. So y'all really do like.
Let your man lay his head in your lap and rub his head. And don't say nothing.
That's it.
Don't say nothing.
Listen, one thing that I could say about all my ex, this is what they want to call and tell me what they miss.
After the fact, huh?
They miss the affection.
Yeah.
They miss the head rubbing.
Yes.
Yeah.
They miss that head laying and you not saying a single solitary word.
No, we can go and get another box.
You're not saying a single solitary word.
That energy?
Just holding them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Just being the listener when they want to
being present.
That's just being present.
Being present.
So Trish says the hell you say. So you're saying we're responsible to take care of each other. Okay, so we. All right.
It's an exchange. It's an exchange. It really is.
So y'all want so y'all want us to be confident and wear the lingerie and no matter what it makes. Because that is an issue. Because we don't look like the Instagram people. Y'all know that's just
stop comparing yourself. Stay off Instagram.
Right. Stay off the TV and all that. Because you start looking at all of their little bodies.
You comparing yourself. We're not comparing you to them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I've gotten on the gravy train of lingerie because I myself just recently started wearing them. For 5 years, I have beautiful, silky, soft lingerie with Bureau. And all I've been doing is carrying it and sharing it with other women and not actually experiencing it for myself.
Okay.
So I started putting on I'm my own product tester.
Right.
Putting on the lingerie pieces, and you know, I'm a plus size woman.
Yeah,
I'm 260, 42 double D. So
Come on now.
I got a whole lot of curves. And the back side of me, there's a whole lot of women back there.
Whole lot.
So I definitely had the fear of doing the lingerie. Honey. But when I started putting on our pieces, I actually just one morning decided I'm gonna take this bubble bath. And when I got out the tub and oiled my body up, I'm listening, and I started trying on the pieces. The ladies need to know about this. And I feel like I've been harping on. Ladies, get out them leggings. Ladies, get out those sweatpants.
I'm trying to tell you.
The confidence and then I set my daughters, my sheroes. I set my daughters' pictures, and then they started geeking their mama head up. I'm ready for a photo shoot.
I got a camera. It's all you got.
I'm like my bridal party. I didn't want the traditional bridal party, so I asked for a lingerie party. So my theme was a lingerie because I'm like, I'm already gonna get pots and pans and all of that kind of stuff. But I wanted to build up my lingerie, and because due to what I didn't know the first time, like, so you're right, the lingerie is, but you gotta want that from inside.
I don't even know what possessed me that morning to get up and
get in the mood.
Lingerie pieces. But when I did, it was like, this.
So you said it must for self-care routine to wear lingerie.
Exactly. You just cannot stand in front of a mirror and tell yourself I'm confident and I'm beautiful.
And then you gotta
practice it. You gotta have those bubble baths with the candles. You gotta put the lingerie on and see yourself in the mirror and move and you're like, you have to be in yourself. Look at me.
You have to think
that way. And this is the issue with all of that, right?
Okay.
And then you want to hold me accountable for saying that I don't think you're beautiful. No, you don't think you're beautiful.
Come through, brothers.
You don't think you're beautiful. And you know what? So this conversation in itself is left out of the whole why relationships are not working, why marriages are not working. They're not working because you're not comforting you, but you got this man who go and works out every day who try to make himself beautiful for you.
That's right.
And he walks with his shoulders square, and every time you walk, you looking down at your feet. What you see on the ground?
Exactly.
Like what you looking at?
Oh, I always tell the black man to hold your head up.
Hold your head up.
Look, the bum on the street, I tell him, baby,
hold your head up.
Don't forget.
Outside. It's back up. It's storming outside, y'all. So this is live, y'all. Live.
But yeah. So me personally,
like being someone trying to get into that lane, it's difficult to get in that lane because I'm confident in this. I'm confident in me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I walk with my head high. I know what I've been through. I know what my worth is. and I can't have someone standing alongside me and you're not comfortable.
Exactly.
With you.
Yeah.
And then you want me to love you. I'm bringing you all of me, but you want to bring me 60% of me. And I'm gonna recognize that.
Exactly.
You can't dress it up.
You can't dress it up. You can't dress it up.
Thank you for saying that.
You can't dress it up.
And then get mad when I don't want to deal with it no more.
And then want to have a conversation. I can't believe you said that to me. I can't believe you didn't. You haven't heard it before.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
But you know, to each his own. Everybody got to grow. Everybody got to evolve. Hoping somebody out there listening to this particular conversation, you might be able to grow.
So again,
everybody got to grow from it. How long do you stay in the relationship to help the person grow?
I don't think it's your responsibility to stay in a relationship at this point in my life.
No,
because you're gonna be wasting time.
Exactly.
You're gonna be wasting time.
If you want to, fine.
If you want to, fine.
If you don't want to, that's fine too.
It's okay. It's okay not to be okay.
That's right.
Period.
It's okay to walk away from
something. Look, I will say this: for married couples, you have to make a valid attempt and submit yourself to trying to make it work because you subscribe to something.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you subscribe to something.
You subscribe. But if you're not married, you can walk away. You can just walk away.
That's fine.
Honey, got me thinking about Patty LaBelle. Sometimes love got to change.
We're gonna come back on that conversation. I want to know about that, especially for the single men. Or the men who are in the dating stage. Because it is a big difference.
Please have a conversation. I'm ready for that.
We're gonna talk about that. That one might be next week.
Come on now.
Come on with it. Because it is a conversation. Yeah, because when you're married and that topic of sexual health comes about, it is
you got to submit at that point when you're married. You got to. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. But if you don't have nothing on that finger, what? I'm not your dad. You're not my mom. I don't have to subscribe to what you subscribe to. I can move on. I wish you nothing but the best. We can be cool.
So is that a deal breaker? Sex, like not enough sex, or a lack of sex? Is that a deal breaker for y'all?
It's not even about the sex at this point. It's about, do you know who you are?
Right.
Because us having sex, we can just be bumping. We can just be having sex.
It's more in the physicality of it.
And as I said earlier, women get that type. Men don't necessarily get that all the time.
Okay.
That's true. That's true.
This is Rich right here, y'all. This is Rich.
You got mail.
We're hearing it from him.
You got mail. Messages from him.
They dropping it.
Women enhance how confident you are really about you. Stop dressing it up with Instagram and Facebook posts and pictures with filters on it.
And comment.
And then when you go home, you're not that person.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
You fronting.
Bring your natural
what my son say, I go in there and get him. He'll tell you stop capping.
Bring your natural make yourself to the relationship.
No matter what I see, meet every day. I'm a plus size woman who loves all of me. And she likes the fact, do you know and love who you are? You do. As a woman, you do. You have to know who you are, and as women, we have those moments where you lack that confidence sometimes because life happens and so forth. But you have to bring it back to you. Like you have to. Do y'all lack confidence as men?
I have.
But I don't lack it confidence.
Not now.
It's one of those things where you have it or you don't.
Yeah, that's it. It got to be in you. It can't be on you.
It can't be on you. It's in you.
It got to be in you.
It's in you.
So y'all confident or cocky?
No, I'm confident.
See, my thing is,
I'm cocky too. I'm confident.
But look, check this out. Now, I am so confident that everybody else will view that as cocky.
They think it's cocky.
Period.
Well said. Confident.
Well said.
Because I know who I am.
I value me.
That's what confidence look like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I value me.
It looks cocky to us.
I value me.
Particularly, they'll let you know that they know you're lacking confidence.
Exactly.
Particularly if you're lacking confidence. When you're lacking confidence, another person's confidence is definitely going to come off as cocky.
Yes.
I just put up a post.
I'm sorry,
yourself.
I put up a post the other day. I said, "Why?"
I'm sorry, you ain't cocky.
He ain't.
No.
He confident.
You know who he is.
He know who he is.
He does. We talk about that all the time.
We're getting understanding in this room today.
Yeah, that's right.
It's messages from him.
That's
from him. Mail.
And then in our cockiness, it reduces who you are in your mind because we are confident in who we are.
That's right.
And we walk around and then when I have a conversation with you about it, well, that's just me and I've been through this and did it ever occur to you that I've been through something too?
Yeah, exactly. Did that ever occur to you?
Right. Nobody
did it ever occur to you that I poured that out when we started this?
Nobody
recognize confidence.
Right. So you're saying basically y'all have gone through the fire as well.
Absolutely. Man, you just heard what I said. I was 13 and how old the chick was?
Yeah.
That's just one conversation. I can have more.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the thing is, what are you willing? Everybody knows when they go to their job, you're supposed to leave the envelope at the door.
Right.
Why do you bring the envelope in a relationship with you?
Absolutely.
You can modify who you are to go and work for somebody who can get rid of you like this.
Right.
But in a relationship, at work, you confident. You got a work husband.
Yeah. People you know what I mean? When you have a work husband, don't play that.
When you come to the house, I got to get what's left over.
Yeah, that is true.
Exactly.
You're right. That's another show.
But don't bring your partner the leftovers.
I want leftovers.
Don't bring your partner the leftovers. They want to feel like they're first, like they're important to you.
Yeah.
Don't in defense of the women.
Tell you about the
with all the hats and roles that we play. It's easy to forget that we are the woman.
Yeah.
That we are the gift.
Right.
And that we can what the little song used to be? We can bring home the bacon fried up in the pan and never let you forget that you're a man. What?
Right.
Because I am woman. Ladies, that song, keep that in mind. Yeah. We could do it.
But we can't. We got to leave it at the door. We got to leave it at the door. Yeah. Wow, you've got mail messages from him. Yeah. I am your host, Tashawn. I got my friends in here. We got the Green Machine. And we had our special guest, a peer romance consultant, my brown-eyed sister, Erica. Before we wrap up, y'all, this has been an amazing show again. It does. But we're gonna continue this conversation again because this is such a large topic that we need to dwell deeper into it. So we're gonna continue this. This is the month of February and Black History Month, and all of everything wrapped up in one. But I want to continue this conversation because I did learn a lot about y'all today.
Thank you.
As always, I learned that y'all really do like intimacy, and then y'all like, y'all like relationships. Y'all really do.
They like it.
Let me give y'all some hearts.
Give me some hearts.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna give them some hearts.
Hearts and buns.
Yeah.
Hearts and buns. Hearts and buns.
That's what I commented before. Have that convo about past trauma early on to understand each other.
We open the eyes with yourself and your mate.
Trish, thank you. She said, good show, great comments. And Sonya said,
Black History happened today.
Needed. That's show. Right. So before we wrap up, tell us what's going on with everybody and how we can connect. Because again, we will be coming back with this topic. We're going to continue and just talk more about it because again, I am learning so much. I am, I
for being receptive.
That's all receptive women out there. We have our conversation.
Yeah.
We get serious with it.
Right. We get serious with our conversation. It'd be in the middle of the night, 2:00 in the morning. I'll be like, Erica, I need some. Get a grip.
Get a grip. Oh, you gotta have the oil to go with it though. You gotta make sure it's gripping right.
My girlfriend texts me early in the morning. She just got remarried.
You gotta whip it up with that grip.
You gotta whip it up
and get that head.
The skin.
No.
I think I want to. Let me talk about my business.
White head,
Hey, they throat baby.
Yeah. But how we gonna find y'all? Cause we, Chef over here, y'all might have some honey over here, but he where you at, handsome?
He being big uncle to my son.
I love the openness. I love the openness.
So tell us what y'all got going on, because you got some stuff. Y'all got some stuff going on after the show.
Yeah, we got quite a little bit.
Yeah, well, you know what? We're gonna continue this conversation tonight with YGM after 9.
Oh, yeah.
So y'all
On
tune in to that
Clubhouse with my girl Latressa.
Get you an iPhone.
Yeah, get your iPhone.
Get your iPhone on Clubhouse after 9. Y'all look for it. We will be on Clubhouse tonight. But then we're going to have to jump off and get to the after party. But before the after party, what's going on before the after party?
Mood and movie nights. Yes, mood and movie night tonight. Especially for, the lovers out there. Even if you're single, come through. Still, doesn't matter. It's going to be fun and fellowship down here. Who's picking up the pen and pad? This guy right here. You see him in the screen. You see him in the screen right here.
Yeah,
he got a mic in his face right now. But you know what? It's going to be a poetry thing tonight. He's going to get into the spoken word tonight. Quiet Empress, also Soul Scribe the Poet's going to be performing tonight. It's going to be super dope. Brown Sugar. Yeah. Where were you when you fell in love with hip hop? But first, we're going to ask you, where were you when you fell in love with poetry, spoken word, the real word? Yeah. When did you get your first snaps in and you first heard poetry? It's the essence of the spoken word poetry that gets the mood set, but y'all also got to have the movie to follow. And then my man DJ Prince, my brother, going to come in here and start getting the air horns and everything ready because it's a soul science flow kind of after party tonight.
So soul science flow is coming. Okay, so that's what it is. Soul science flow. That's what it is.
The basics are back. Is
we're back to the basics.
Okay,
exactly.
We grinding. And then we recording 2 podcasts.
Exactly.
Wow.
So we're working.
Today.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Industry Unleashed, and then Spiritual Fortitude right after that.
Okay.
Yes.
And then
with my girl Dr. Angela.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Erica, what you got going on, and how can we connect with you?
Yeah, get them for that throat medicine.
So you said that great head throat baby.
Listen, the gentleman said make sure that all the ladies got the throat medicine,
Gotta get the throat
aka
medicine.
gray hair.
Yeah,
I'm at the bottom of that.
Listen, it's Love Month. It is Valentine's Day on today for all the single ladies. It's Valentine's Day on tomorrow for the couples. And your girl Erica with Pure Romance is making sure that you are equipped.
Yep.
Equipped, y'all. She got all this stuff.
To put the O in love, put the O in romance, and definitely put the O in orgasms.
Ooh.
So if you are looking for your last minute retreat, escape, and enhancement products, ladies and gentlemen, I have you covered. Yes, I still have products to be had. So what Erica's doing today, I have a few deliveries to make. I have some pickups to be made. I have lingerie on hand. I have Get a Grip on hand. I have
Get your grip.
Man, get your grip.
I have the items that you need to make this Valentine's weekend, this Love Month, absolutely special. And I want to again plug in the 5 senses surprise you bucket, because I pick the items and you and your partner enjoy them. Whether you are going to touch on one another, whether you're going to be smelling on one another, whether you're going to be listening to one another, that sound and hearing. I'm going to take care of you and your partner, and y'all going to explore one another together with these sensual products, and y'all going to have an absolute good time communicating with one another through these products. So let's add a little pure romance. Your Love Month activity to your date night, to your birthday, to your anniversary.
I like to lick.
You like to?
They might have to sit in some vinegar first.
Listen, DJ Prince,
She got a whole bag. She got the whole bag.
So DJ Prince said he likes to lick. So in this bag that, they little gift bag, they got they tighten the little shave cream to make them smell good. So they can rub that all over, because if you're going to use that gray hair, you want to make sure they're smelling good, ladies. So
I got the whole pack.
But he said he liked to lick.
Yes.
So I got a little sample of sensations in here. That's a warming lubricant.
Don't eat off everybody's plate.
We We gonna wrap it up while she gives her the gift out. But I want y'all to say, stay connected.
How do you follow that though? Like
some sensations. Hit your girl Erica up with PR Parties by Erica on IG, and hit me up in the O Lounge.
In the O Lounge, y'all.
18 and older. We thank you for this grown and sexy conversation.
Thank y'all for having an open, honest dialogue. And you guys, listen, Fireside Chat next week, February 20th at 5:00. Go to the website. I am Trinette L. Collier to RSVP. It is free. Calling all educators. We're just going to do a little valuable venting in a safe space, from 5 to 7 p.m. All educators, please go ahead and register. It is free. Go to the website. We're going to do that. Again, join me tonight after 9, YGM after 9, on the Clubhouse with me and life coach, certified life coach, La Tressa, the real La Tressa. We will be on there tonight talking it up. We're probably going to finish this conversation. But like y'all, we're gonna come back next week. I got another surprise for y'all, and so forth. We're gonna continue this sexual health conversation, the intimacy. I literally have learned a lot from you guys, so I appreciate the honesty. Chef, get ready. I got a surprise. Chef, like you doing all that talking over in there. I'm being home sleep in the house. But until next week, you guys, we are out. Thank y'all so much. Right here, y'all. 102.6 The Situation.
Peace, y'all.
You got mail messages from him, and we are out. DJ, Rob, Green Machine, turn that up. Green Machine, turn that up real loud.
Saturday mornings, I'm tuned in. Listen in, Titi Sean, she be going in. Y'all. Black queen for us, black kings. We can learn a thing or two when we're locked in. One of the few places we can be heard. Man, I rocks with her, that's my word. The show is enlightening, engagement always enticing. I always come with an open mind, I'm never frightened. Y'all guaranteed to walk your way with minerals. Now that I'm thinking everything else is minuscule. We're the fools who don't protect black women. No offering, disrespect, and that's it, y'all. Please come in peace when you call in, cause the friends ain't no slouch, fair warning. You got mail messages from him. Y'all better listen if you wanna win. You wanna win the life, y'all. You wanna win the life. Tune in to the Sean and Friends. You got mail messages from him. Yeah. You've got mail messages from him. 10 a.m. to noon Saturdays. Tune in. Yeah. You've got mail messages from him.